I am Andrea Pagnes. I work together with Verena Stenke. We are partnered in life and art. We come from visual art and theater, mainly social theater. We have been working in community building, a lot of co-creation process projects, and our main fields of interest is performance art, body-based performance art, and performance-based filmmaking. We are very happy to be here, very delighted to have received the invitation from Alice and Jitka and the Prague Biennale to present a new work in the frame of the summer project. We are going to make the installation and the performance. The distribution of the rooms reminded us of the internal of the human body, because we are going to work with the fragmentation of the internal space of the human body.
It is in fact in the last works of ours since 2019 that we encountered the medicated body and the permeable body, in the sense of the physical body as a membrane that is being passed through by pathogens, by elements. There's a beautiful concept of the trans-corporeality that Stacy Alaimo speaks about through radiography scans, which are so developed nowadays that we can literally visualize our own inside. Artistically speaking, this opens many possibilities. And for us working with video and with film, it allows to combine not only the surface from our physical performer's body, but also the inside. Thomas Mann calls this in the Zauberberg, in the Magic Mountain. He speaks about the inner portraits. Radiography as an inner portrait. I found that very poetic. And it's a line that we continued working on these video works. How can we look into these, as Andrea says, into these gaps? How can we make the invisible visible from a biological perspective, but also from a poetic perspective? How much of the poetic insight can we, through the visualization of it, in a video or in an installation, or finally in a performative act, really share? This is a question that we're tackling a bit with this project, and that I'm very much looking forward to develop it here. It has started in 2019, and here we're adding a new layer and a new dimension to it. And the space itself becomes another body, becomes another outside, inside which we place our outside, which contains all these multiple insides, which are outsides on themselves again. So we go these layers of visibility that always, we go one step, one layer deeper on trying to look at and invite the people to look at with us.
So what we will do is to try to understand how much technology, medicine, and biology becoming material for art can be at the same time poetic and political. We can use a lot words to explain this, no? But for us as artists, it is always to attempt with the artistic outcome to show this, like in a kind of a mirror game, you know. What is mine is yours. So my heart is yours, my eye are yours. Invisibility to our own way, because they are not so invisible. The technology can help us to see what is invisible to our senses. You know? And sometimes it's very surprising, sometimes it's shocking, but once we get confidence with it, we can see that basically we are all the same. And this is what counts for Verena and I the most, you know, that through the fact that we are recognizing each other, that we are basically the same, then we can create very healthy connection for a better society.
Of agent pathogens within the human body as a resource of knowledge linked to the context of the resilience of an infected body in illness when one of the symbionts, for example, has become toxic. We unfold narratives that bring the idea of self and loss into unknowable spaces to provide stimulating impulses that, rather than enunciating an end, create the possibility of continuous transformation. So with the recent works that I just mentioned, we are pursuing a phenomenological research to highlight the ongoing medialization and digitalization of the biologic and examine the layers both of the real presence and virtual representation of the living agents inside the human body. It is a finite province of meaning, but the specific is how the paramount reality of a hospitalized body or any live body studied in a laboratory expands into and reflects back onto the digital and the virtual realm.